It's time for my third installment in this series of videos I'm making where I bought four of these $10 grab bags. These are 50 coins. They're all either carded or in little envelopes, and they've been pretty interesting so far. What I've found is out of the 50 coins, out of the first two that I've made videos for, there's about 20 coins that I wouldn't have paid 5 cents for. There's about 5 coins that I don't think I've ever seen before. So there's some good and some bad. There's a few coins that are going to be upgrades to my collection because they're in uncirculated condition for coins that I usually find banked up. And based on what the seller had, I went through and I kind of looked at what I could see on the bag here and found something that I did not recognize to make that the reason that I picked up the bag. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to open this up and start picking from inside. And if it's from some of the Korean or, let's see, what other countries have we seen a lot from? Italy, Jamaica. If it's some of those that we open these up and we've already seen it a lot in this video, then I'm just going to skip through it. Now, this one is a kind of a rarer 10 lira coin. 1949 on that. Let's see, the envelope said 10 lira, 1949, AU condition. So this is going to be one of those that is probably an upgrade to my collection. I think this one is, each of these has had several coins that, maybe 20 coins that would be worth $1 as a dealer price. And this is probably one of them. They didn't make that one very long, maybe at most, I'm thinking that they made that coin about 5 years. This next one is not bad. It's pretty easy to find these Canadian 5-cent coins, but this one is in good condition. I don't know if I would have paid $1 for it, but I'd put that about AU. I'm not the best of graders, but not really identified, but I think anyone should be able to figure out that's Canada 5 cents from 1934 with George V on it. Next in here, I see an Indonesian coin. This coin, it seems like I always find it either in uncirculated condition or very well-worn condition. This one does have some labeling on it. $1.10, I think it says. KM36, uncirculated. Staples very close to the edge on this one. So it's the Indonesia 100 rupiah from 1973. So here they're saying $1.50 on it. So sometimes I wonder if the prices that are written on here are a little bit suspect, but we'll see. When I get to those South Korean coins, we're probably going to skip all of them. Another one. See lots of envelopes in here. There's another of those. So these are the ones that I wouldn't have paid 5 cents for. Only because, I mean, I would have, the first few that I got, but no mint mark on this one from Indonesia. That's, I got one of these in the first lot that was actually carded, but I don't know how valuable this is. It turns out that I had that one, but I just didn't recognize it at front. This side's a little bit more recognizable, but when you see a coin like that and you can't speak Arabic, it kind of makes you wonder where it's from. So that's a good trade piece, and didn't have a price written on this one, but BU condition for an Indonesian coin from the 50s, I think is pretty good. Another Korean coin. Another Korean coin. Italy 10 centesimi. So we just saw a 10 lira a moment ago. What's this 10 like? Okay, this one's not as good shape, but this is a coin that is a little harder to find. In good shape, I believe. I'd say that is in better shape than I usually find this coin. So we've got the wheat on the back, 1942. KM 84. They said that's worth 20 cents. That's fair. I might have paid 20 cents for that on a lot that I would sell on eBay. Normally I would be showing off these Korean coins, but since this one's in a flip instead of an envelope, and it's kind of trying to fall out of the flip, but nice shape, 15 cents for that Korean coin, KM 33, but fairly common. Looks like we have a British coin, British penny of George V. We found a couple of these in our first couple of videos. Easy to find, but a lot of people want those, so maybe $1 is a reasonable ask for that. Here's an Italy 20 lira. Let's see if this is the same one. Yeah, we've seen a few of these in the first couple of videos in this series. Let's pull the next one here. Another Korea, labeled brass on here. Another tin won from Korea. Another tin from Korea. We're getting so many Korean coins that I'm hoping that there's something good that we see later in this video. So here's another really common 10 lira. They had that design with the horse for a couple of years, but this one has lasted for, this one probably lasted 30 or 40 years. Not all that rare. On the condition, they put it in 35 cents of a value on that one. So hope this gets better. There's another Korea. This one's better. 1 litus. What country is this from? Lithuania. Okay. So in the first video in this series, there were two 1920s Lithuanian coins that I did not have. One of them was made of silver, and anytime in a lot like this, I do not expect to find silver in a $10 grab bag. So I was very surprised of this one. But I don't think I have this one. So this one is a really nice pickup. 1998, 1 litus. So that's their equivalent. That's what they call their dollar. So they have centu, 100 centu make up a litus. So I don't think I had the litus. Let's go back to this side again. They had a price of $1.25 on this, and I probably would have paid that if I'd found that from a dealer. KM 111, uncirculated condition. So that's, so far, that's the best coin in this lot. Let's see, minted at Rome, 22 millimeter. So I saw one of these in an earlier video where someone went to a lot of trouble to write a lot of information on this coin. So that's really nice to see for a coin that is worth 75 cents. So the Italy used a 100 lira larger coin, stainless steel, for probably 30 or 40 years, and then minted this one for about 5 or 6 years before they switched to the euro. So that's a nice pickup. And in an earlier video, I think the last video, we had a 50 out of this set. They even went to the trouble of saying minted at Rome, 22 millimeter KM 159. So whoever made that, lots of detail. I think the seller didn't do that. They just had already a bunch of coins and flips. Here's a fairly common coin from Spain. But at least it's the 5 pesetas when they were celebrating how they were going to have the whatever the World Cup was called back in 1982. And so $1.25. So at least it's the more interesting variation. And I think the date there in the star actually does say 82. I see another 100 lira in here, so that one doesn't have as much fun writing on it. Let's pull out a coin from Mexico. It's an older 5 centavos. Another of these coins that I usually find in well-worn condition, so I'll give this one credit. Well, I'll give them negative credit because it looks like they put this coin in a flip that was too small. And so that's not really going to fit in there. I might have to rescue that one. But this is in better shape than I usually find this coin. Don't know that I would have paid $2 for it, but yeah, I usually find that one in fine condition. So that one's nice. Here's the more common 5 pesetas coin, not as interesting as the one for the World Cup, but 1979 on that 5 pesetas. You got, let's see, Bermuda. Okay, their 5-cent coin featuring a fish from 1987. Another one that's not trying to escape the flip here. Canada, 1939, so a 1-cent coin. They have a price of 50 cents on it. This was one of their earliest coins to use the maple leaf design on their cent, 1939. See it. That one is okay. Another of these with a lot of nice information. They're calling this one toned AU condition. And I saw one of these in the last video where they had so whoever used this had nice neon yellow staples. So sometimes I find the flips as interesting as the coin, and that's going on here. 1920 Rome, copper, 5 centesimi, 33 million minted. And they're going to say $2 retail price on this because I don't know if the toning adds or detracts from that, but don't see toning so much on this side. But we come over here. Again, it's nice to see the 19.5 millimeter. They probably just copied that out of the book. Vittorio Emanuele III, KM59. Through the glare of the light, I'm not sure I can see the toning on that one, but that one might be an upgrade in my collection also. What's this labeled uncirculated? So we got 3 of these in the previous video. The very common 5 lira from Italy. Looks like another British penny of George V. 1919 for $1. Go ahead and take care of this Korean one right here. Got a few of those already. Another Canadian cent, 1940, so another George V, 6th. Another one that's not in the flip very well. Only had a 25-cent retail price on that one. Here we've got a coin from Thailand. This is probably a 50 satang or a half a baht, but from the 60s or 70s or 1957. So it was before they put the numbers that I could read on these coins. They have a price of $1.25 on that one. Their calendar is the year 2500 back in 1957. So that was fairly early in the King Rama IX days, I believe. Let's pull this one here. This is a common British 10 pence. Don't pay $1 for that coin if you see it. Another of these, another price of 75 cents. So that's not that common, but that's the 3rd one in this bag. Here's the most common Japanese 1 yen. Don't pay $1 for it, even though it's uncirculated. The most basic Austrian coin before the euro is their 1 shilling. Nice condition here. Common, but I don't know if it's worth $1.25, so a lot of suspect here. I think we saw this one earlier, but again, this one is not as common of a Korean coin as some of the others that we see. So at least I kind of like that one, the 5-1. Now here's a Mexican 20 centavos coin. I don't know if I would quite call it iconic, but this is good condition for being this old. I think they made this through at least the 60s. And I do have a bunch of these, but probably not this old. But 1943, $3. That's that. Again, some of these prices are kind of suspect on here, but I haven't gotten as many winners out of here yet as I have in some other lots. Here is the French 5 francs, featuring a design that you see on all of their pre-Euro coins. The woman throwing, I guess she's planting, so throwing seeds, but the 5 is a lot larger, but this also appears on the 2, the 1.5 franc also. Not sure who would have ever wanted to pay $7 for that. That wouldn't, in foreign exchange value, that would have been worth about $1.20 in American money, I think. Well, here, this one could be a winner. See where this is from. We have another one from Lithuania? Yeah, okay. So in the last video, I got the 20 centai and the 1 litau, but here's the 5. Let's get a little bit closer on that one. So the two in my first video in this series had a design very similar to this one. I'm gonna move this light. There we go. But the other one had a larger 20 on it, a big stalk of wheat going through it, and it just said centai. It didn't have, I guess their word for 5 is pinky? Pinky? And nice shape, maybe extra fine. They have a value of $3 on this. KM72. So every bag has ended up with enough winners to make me happy with the purchase. See, another of those in really good condition. Here's one from British Honduras. Today this is known as Belize. 1968. So when they changed the name of the country to Belize, almost nothing else about this coin changed. The portrait of the Queen stayed the same. The only thing that was different was they got rid of British and Honduras and put the word Belize on the back. But I think the rest of the design was pretty much exactly the same on that one. Here's another Canadian 1 cent. Asking 50 cents for that one, but 1940. That was a 3 in the middle, well worn. Okay, 1943. Another older Italy coin, 20 centesimi, 1943. They're another 1942. They're one of those countries where they put in Roman numerals the I guess the year of the reign of the emperor. So it's the 20th year, Vittor Emmanuel III. They have a price of $3.50 on that coin. So maybe if it's a key date, maybe it would be worth that. Here's a 100 rupee from Indonesia. And so good to find one that's not aluminum from Indonesia, 1997. I had that one, but that's a neat design. Another one from Mexico. This is going to be the 10 centavos from 1959. So some of these have rusty staples, so must have bought out some old collections. I'm glad we're not ending on that one because that's really common. Don't pay $3 for a German 1 Pfennig. Maybe if it was a key date. So another Korean. Last coin, and I've tried to pull this one out last because the one that was in the clear flip on the last one was probably the best coin of the video. And this one is still in a mint package inside this 2x2 flip. That's kind of funny. So let's see what they say here. 1969 Jamaica half penny. Coinage Centennial, copper nickel zinc. That's copper nickel zinc in that color. I would think that would be, first of all, is it a half penny? Well, it is a half penny. I would think that would be brass. So they do say KM41, brilliant uncirculated, cost of $1. And then Falmouth Stamps and Coin out of Massachusetts. So they even had a website back then. So nothing on the back. So this looks like it's still in an original mint package. So that's interesting. They had to cut very precisely, I think. So that is good. Oh, I see. When it says Centennial on here, coinage Centennial, we've got the date of 1869 and 1969. So I bet I didn't have this one. I was about to say I find the half penny and the penny from these brass stays very often, but it's one of those currencies that it's almost always in very good condition, fine condition, but nothing better than that. So it would have been an upgrade to my collection just as it is, but if it's a 1-year centennial coin, that makes it something that's worth $1 to me. All right, so I'd say there was enough in here to make it worth $10, especially with the ones that I can sell off to somebody else. One more in this series coming up in about a week or so. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.